The 10% tithe is a standard church practice, but how did it become a mandatory legal tax, especially since the early Christian church strictly forbade charging money for ministry? Take a first-century believer. They voluntarily sold their property just to feed the local poor. For 300 years, giving was entirely sacrificial and needs-based. There was no strict 10% rule. But in the 4th century, the Roman Empire legalized Christianity. Suddenly, the church acquired massive imperial properties, and those vast new estates required continuous funding to maintain. To pay the bills, leaders heavily quoted Old Testament laws, justifying the collection of funds for their new properties. The turning point hit in the 6th century, when church councils officially institutionalized the 10% tithe. They threatened to spiritually cut off anyone who failed to pay. Then, Emperor Charlemagne cemented this transformation. He turned the 10% requirement into strict civil law, prosecuting non-payers as criminals against the state. So those radical voluntary offerings that were originally used to feed the poor, they were entirely replaced by a mandatory state-enforced tax designed to fund the empire.